billion. And I said, why not? He said, that would be strange. I said, why? He said, for 11 years, 11 solid years, we have been going from government to government, asking that they allow us use our funds to rehabilitate the old narrow gauge, and nobody agreed. Nobody agreed. Instead, they were awarding contracts. That's why, despite all the directives I'm getting, I say I will not put that in the budget. When I leave as Minister for Transport, they can put it in the budget. They were awarding phony contracts to politicians who don't know anything about railways. And they broke it segment by segment. That's why I told PDP that, you know, the difference between us and them is that they don't have the documents again. We have the documents now. So for every debate they start, we'll come forward. The debate I had some few days ago, I did mention to Nigerians that when we are earning $114 per barrel, we borrowed the highest. But Nigerians didn't know, because Nigerians assumed that since we are earning very high, we shouldn't be borrowing. But we borrowed the highest. Here now, that, and nobody wants to say it, that if you remember, those of us who prepared the first budget, we were in the meeting, and we said we should put the benchmark at 45. The next day, oil came down to 28. Nobody wants to say that. That oil was $28 per barrel when we passed our budget. And the president insisted that we must do what? Manage what we get. And I refused to pay those contractors that never did any work, that got the contract to rehabilitate the narrow gauge. Let me tell you about the narrow gauge. If the narrow gauge was rehabilitated, Mr. President, this it will do is 80 kilometers per hour. Yes, let's see, it is currently doing 17 kilometers per hour. So where is the rehabilitation? If it was rehabilitated and agreed and started negotiation. Now, what PDP is putting out there, oh, GE withdraws. GE did not withdraw. GE could not continue with their transport department. So they sold it out and handed over the narrow gauge rehabilitation to Transnet. Mr. President, we are talking with Transnet. When we conclude this, we will sign the concession agreement. We have not signed. When we conclude, we'll come to Cabinet. Once Cabinet approves, we'll sign the concession agreement, and they will rehabilitate the entire 3,500 kilometers of railway, which means we will not have railway without waiting for standard gauge. And at that point in time, the economy will grow. What I didn't say here is the number of jobs we have created. At every point in time I went to site, I saw over 100,000 persons employed. But I thank you, Mr. President, for this opportunity. God bless you.
Investing in people, and that addresses the school feeding. Thank you. Video, please.
To a few states shows the beauty of a program being driven by a carefully organized value chain run by everyday local people, local farmers, local cooks, as well as small and medium-scale enterprises whose businesses are fast becoming major contributors to the microeconomy of their respective states and indeed that of the country.
The school feeding program has affected my business in a positive way. You can see now that you go around my farms. In the past, I have just 12,000 birds, laying birds. But presently, I have 20,000 birds. And I have more space for more production. Because of this homegrown school feeding program, I was able to supply 350 crates of eggs from my farm on a daily basis.
My name is Abiola Yusuf. I run Winchester Farms Nigeria Limited. I am directly involved in the national school feeding homegrown program as an aggregator. We are responsible for supply of meat. The effect on my company is enormous, way more than what we have employed before. In terms of the sub-aggregators, from my figures, each of them have employed between 5 and 6 direct labor. And if you're looking at that figure, 12 times 6, you're looking at 72 people employed under the meat aggregation. And if you look at the non-direct labor, transporters, you know, the people that are helping to clean the offals after they process the product, you should be looking at around another 80. I can only commend the federal government of Nigeria for a good job done.
Orúkọ mi ni Ìyáàfin Ganiat Ajibade, mo ń ta àgbàdo nínú ọjà Bódìjà. Mrs. Ara pé customer mi ni wọ́n, oníbàárà mi ni wọ́n máa bá mi ra àgbàdo. Wọ́n sì sọ àlàyé fún mi pé àwọn máa fi so oúnjẹ fún àwọn sùkúù. Èrò mi nípa ẹ̀ ni pé bí a ti ń ṣe fún àwọn ọmọ iléèwé náà dáa. Pé kí wọ́n máa ṣe fún àwọn ọmọ iléèwé dáadáa. Ọjà tiwa náà yóò sì tẹ́bá ti ń ṣe fún ọmọ iléèwé wọ́n máa bá wa náà ra àgbàdo. Ọjà tiwa náà ó máa tà. Mo máa ọmọ wẹ́rẹ́ tí ń lọ iléèwé tí ń jẹ àǹfààní rẹ̀.
So ana m akọ rice ebe a. Ebido m bunyere ndị na-esi nri na primary school rice na 2017. Mgbe mbụ ana m enwetebu 20 bags per hectare maka na m enwe onye enyemaka, mana kịta enwego m onye enyemaka nwekwa ebe m na-eri ya na-enwetedi 63-65 bags. Ọ na-aga n'iru karịa otu o si aga mbụ nji wee nwee ike ịrụ ụlọ go motorcycle.
I'm Hajia Aishatu Imam from Taraba State, Jalingo local government. I'm vendor in Sali Udogo Memorial Primary School. I feed 72 students. Today is Friday. We are giving them moi moi for the children, and the ingredients preparing moi moi is beans, egg, crayfish, and I'm using 3 proteins to prepare it. It really helps them, and it really reduces hunger. Some students don't used to eat before going to school.
My name is Mrs. Martina Oko. I am a food vendor in Benue State, Makurdi local government area. I'm assigned to feed 100 pupils at NKST Primary School, Wadata. I'm 32 years old. So the experience at NKST Primary School, Wadata, has been rewarding. When I went to the school, I got to meet a lot of children that from their background I could see that they were really excited about the school feeding program, and I could see the hunger among them. They needed the food, they were excited.
My name is Omashunu Faith. I'm in basic 1. I'm 30 years old. I got food in school today, rice and stew.
My name is Abubakar Abdelwasi. I'm primary 2C. My best food is jollof rice and egg. I like the rice they give us for school.
My name is Okafo Samson. I am 8 years old. I am in basic 2A. I like the food that I was given in school today because it's good.
My name is Aisha Twaziri. I am in basic 3. The food from school is sweeter.
I want to thank the president for bringing food to our school every day.
And from EKST Guard Primary School, Makurdi, Benue, we have Ibare Bernard, who's the head teacher, and he will introduce Raphael Aundoangu, who's a pupil, to speak to his experience in the school feeding. Please.
His Excellency, the President of this great country, Nigeria, the Vice, other protocol duly observed. I am Ikbarem Bernard from Benue State. I am in charge of NKST Guard Primary School. In the special way, I wish to appreciate the President, the founder of this program, the national coordinator, and all the state coordinators. What you did is a very great thing that you may not know unless you go to our various villages or schools. You will discover that you did a great thing to the pupils and the children of this country. In my school, we was having a population of 200, But when this program started, the population increased to 555 right now as I'm talking. Before, when we went to school, we discovered that we have the problem of my stomach, headache, children complain about the stomach. Most of them, they will not stay in the class. Right now, all the Panadol that we bought in our first aid box, nobody is using it because the children, they are eating well, so none of them, they are complaining about the stomach. They are giving them enough food. They are giving them fruits. You see the academic performances as very well and excellent. I appreciate the president. I wish that let this program stand so that at least it can increase the academic performances of the children, especially those in the rural areas. I have one of them here that can testify. Thank you, My Excellency.
Good evening, APC members. Good evening, Mr. President. My name is Tiatu Rafa. I am from Benue State of Nigeria. I school in NKST Primary School, Gadi. When I was in Primary 2, I was not being coming to school because when I came to school, I was feeling stomach ache and headache because of hungry. And that makes me dull in the class and make me even fail my exams. And I stopped coming to school because of that. Then one day, I went to go and play ball. Then I saw they were sharing food to our class. So I said, wow, this is actually good. So the next day, I was the first person in school. And they shared the food to us. So it was the food that makes me, if not, I could have stopped coming to school. It was the food that makes me to be in school. Thank you, Mr. President. May God bless Mr. President. May he be our life president in our country. We ask this through Christ our Lord.
Thank you very much. And the clarification, what the teacher, Mr. Ibarem Bernard, said was with respect to his own school, that the enrollment more than doubled from barely 200 to about 550. And next, we would have a presentation by the Special Advisor to the President on Social Investment Programs, Mrs. Mariam Uwais.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency, Mr. President, and our First Lady, the Vice President, and all other distinguished senior government officials, APC members. When this administration set out to impact on the lives of Nigerians in 2015, we were given strict instructions to assure that the target audience of our programs, which are the poor, the vulnerable, the unemployed, those at the bottom of the financial pyramid without access to finance, as well as our women and children, are availed an opportunity to better their lives. We set out to create a level playing field for all our potential beneficiaries. Given the amount of funds involved and the nature of the programs, a structure was set up within the office to assure of transparency and good governance. Chaired by the Vice President, a steering committee of ministers with portfolios relevant to education, health, agriculture, investment, productivity, youth, information, finance, and the Ministry of Budget and Planning as our secretariat, was set up to continuously support us with updates, approvals, guide us, and advise us. We also work very closely with the states, the local governments, and the communities. Today, unlike programs of the past, we are doing things differently. All of our 520,000 N-Power volunteers, whether graduate or non-graduate, are selected through an online platform. We have 8 technology hubs springing up, supported by NIDDA, the states, and development partners to engage our citizens with workable ideas and providing solutions at scale. From humanitarian issues to clean energy, communal conflicts, oil and gas. We are also about to start the N-Power Junior program, engaging pupils in 12 government primary and secondary schools, in government primary and secondary schools in 12 states to learn, as part of their school curriculum, computer programming, graphics, animation, in a bid to develop the knowledge economy with an eye to our future. For our homegrown school feeding program, our cooks are selected through a recruitment committee set up by the state after a sensitization exercise. Emphasis is laid on an open and inclusive process with focus on applicants who are known and trusted within the schools. Today, we have 96,972 cooks on our payroll, feeding 3,892 pupils in 49,837 government schools around 26 states. All the other states are ready and will be on by the beginning of the year. For our cash transfer program, in a country with such poor indices, we had to devise a method that ensures that only the poor, the poorest of the poor and the most vulnerable are supported with cash and mentoring. So rather than select beneficiaries through random lists, this administration decided to first develop a national social register comprising state social registers of poor and vulnerable households, from which cash transfer beneficiaries would be mined. This register is hosted in the Ministry of Planning of each state, after the state and the local government officials are trained to support the identification process by the community. So what is happening is all our beneficiaries are identified by the communities themselves as poor and vulnerable. Direct payment is made to the households in the localities by the agents that have been selected in an open and transparent procurement process. In addition to the money paid to our beneficiaries, we have trained community facilitators who are local government officials in every ward, and they visit these beneficiaries and support them in the formation of savings groups, financial skills, hygiene, sanitation, and nutrition. We know we have many skeptics, so we ask that our journalists visit our beneficiaries through the community facilitators. We have provided all the names of the community facilitators that we have trained on our website. We have their numbers there. Please go to them and they will lead you to the beneficiaries so you can see the transformation happening in their lives. We pay them 10,000 naira every 2 months, and it's amazing what they can do with the money they get. A woman came to us in one of the communities with a Ghana Must Go to collect 10,000 naira. And we asked her why. She said in her life she has never seen that amount of money. She just wants to be sure that she can carry that money home. Another woman thanked God that at last she can give her husband, who is incapacitated, a bath with soda because they always use water. These are the stories that are coming from our communities. All their children are back in school. They're setting up small businesses. For our government enterprise and empowerment program, managed by the Bank of Industry, we have 3 products: the farmer money, the market money, and the trader money. For the first 2 funds, between 10,000 to 350,000 are paid into the accounts of the applicants. All they need to do is to be registered even at the local government and have a bank account with a BVN. No assets, no collateral, no interest. With trader money, they don't even need a bank account. All they need to have is a trade. And our enumerators go into the market and identify them and enumerate them. I'd like to reiterate that no forms are required for those people. Nothing at that category of, that level of people, they don't need forms. All they need to do is show that they have a small business that they need to grow. So far, cumulatively, we've made, no PVC is required. Consequently, we urge that the public report any such misinformation to our office, as they are being circulated by fraudsters or mischief makers to create challenges for what is good. Collectively, as at the end of October 2018, our modest achievements include a direct impact on 11,259,012 direct beneficiaries. We have their names, we have their numbers. We have almost 4 million secondary beneficiaries comprising cooks, farmers, family members, employees. Finally, as a team working on the directives of our President and Vice President, we want to commend our leadership for staying the course in ensuring that our programs impact on all Nigerians, irrespective of political affiliation, religion, and ethnicity. No other administration in Nigeria's history has been able to stand firm with similar government initiatives or projects without asking that slots or preferential allocations be allocated to certain interest groups based on privilege. This has not happened. Neither the President nor the Vice President has ever approached us to say, do this for this person. Without their formidable backing, none of what we have done would have been possible. We have striven to remain faithful to this mandate, and we commit to serving our dear country as we move to the next level. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The greatest credential for leadership is your own exemplary lifestyle. Thank you very much, Your Excellencies, Mr. President and Mr. Vice President. Next, we have another video with respect to the social investment programs of the administration. Thank you. Video, please.
The conditional cash transfer in particular looks at identifying the poorest and the most vulnerable of our households around the country. Hawa Muhammad, mun yi murna mun yi farin ciki da zuwan wannan rana. Mun yi murna mun yi farin ciki da kudin da Baba Buhari yake aika mana da shi. Saboda muna jin daɗi har muna sana'an daddawa, muna sana'an gujiya, muna mai da karagu. Mun yi murna mun yi farin ciki a dalilin wannan kuɗi mun sai inji muna yin markaɗe muna samun albarka. Saboda haka mun gode, mun gode, mun gode, Allah ya saka da alheri. Allah ya ƙara hazi.
Allah hukuma jonda jam. Allah lamin hukku Baba Buhari. Shi gaba. Ya goye su. Allah lamin hukuma ya goye su. Allah barka dinamo Allah lamina ɓeydanamo mangudum mo woni har joni Allah bo waɗa tabbotidire maako Allah hokka mo alheri Allah hokka en alheri Allah taimakeki ya taimakemo Allah taimako en Baba Buhari.
Sunana Ezekiel Shatare, ina Arro Kwalala Kalgama, Taraba State. Lalle kudi 5,000 da yake bayarwa ya taimake ni ta fannin sana'ata. Dama ban da kudin sayin karfe, kuma ya taimake ni cin gaba cikin gidana, biyan bukata na, kuma na sayi waɗansu karafuna wadda ta taimaka mini. Sannan kuma ga karfin da na saya, wayannan ya taimake ni, ga gudumomi, ga kayan ziga-zigi da wadda ya taimaka mini. Ina farin ciki, ina godiya da abin da Baba Buhari ya yi bisa 1000, 100%. Allah ya sa ci shin gaba, Allah ya ƙara masa girma, Allah ya sake hayeta, ya samu mulki, ya sake hayewa, mu ji daɗi tare da shi.
And thank you. We have a third.
My name's Andy Fidelis Onyeka. I'm 31 years old. I'm a farmer. I'm from Anambra West, in Anambra State. Then I'm from Nyatanam precisely. Though immediately after my NYSC, I located at, I came back to Onitsha here. I was in NYSC, walking in the street one day. One guy told me that federal government want to empower people. They were saying that empower. Even me, I think it's a scam, but let me just try. Then I get to apply that evening. When they sent information that go and check your names, whether if you are successful, I checked my name was congratulations. Then at the end of the thing, they asked me to choose my own device. I choose the device. I just threw in my mind that if this thing will be successful, if it is not successful, let me just leave it like that. But with time, they sent us message, I'll come and collect my device. Then when I got the device, I noticed that that device still has a video chat inside. It has a manual. There are so many applications that help somebody that wants to learn. People around this place, some are beginning to have interest in poetry. Many of them have started because of me. I used to give them knowledge. Even some secondary school around this place, all of them are coming in form of excursion. Every week, they are coming to this place to know what is happening. They use my farm as a learning school system. If they will have any agri practical or something, they will come to the farm to learn. I used to teach them because it's passion. I don't do this thing because of, I just have passion in, and I studied agri. I have passion. I want to do something with what my course of study. I thank God that today, I think I have a little success story.
Sunana Habiba Ali. State now in Maiduguri, in Borno State. Kuma local government now goes the local government. A haka ne ina zama a cikin IDP camp Borno State Maiduguri. Kuma ina koyarwa a IDP camp School B. Shekara na 37. Ina koyarwa social studies da maths. Ma primary 1 to 3. Abu da ya faru lokacin shekara 2011 Boko Haram sai shiga kauyenmu misali karfe 8 zuwa karfe 9. Shi yasa muka gudu muka taka da kafa daga kauyenmu Izge under Goza local government zuwa Gulag da kafa 50 km away daga Izge zuwa Gulag under Adamawa state. Amma dai mu fita mu bar gidan muka ba komai daga kaya sai kayan jiki. Na ji wani suna hira kan empower kan cewa zai apply Baba Buhari zai ɗibi mutane a aiki a through internet. Kin gane sai nace to sai na kira kawata a waya nace gashi abin da na ji Baba Buhari zai ɗibi mutane amma through internet. Sai tace haka ne sai muka je a lokacin to be fact ban da kuɗi ma bashi muka ci. Aka je aka mana uploading komai result namu passport namu da form mun bashi muce to kai hakuri mun samu kuɗi zamu zo mu baka. Sai yace mun empower Excellency yace baki apply wani abu a net ba nace okay. So sai na je na upload phone number nawa akai komai sai na ga kawai congratulations Habiba Ali, you have been selected for empower teach. Sai na tsalle a cikin hall na rikice gaba daya kamar zubar ruwa kasa insha. So alhamdulillah mun ji dadi empower to be katin na ji dadi empower saboda na karu a ciki ko ta wajen fannin ilimi ko ta wajen fannin koyarwa ma yara dama ni housewife ne bana aiki ban iya ma rike me ake ce cok ba amma kaga da nake zuwa makaranta ina tare da su malamai ina gani kuma ina guide kaga na samu ni ma na samu karuwa in wata ya kare zan yi divide into 3 ko 2 haka nan zan adashe 20,000 10,000 sai mu managing da sister na to da federal government suna ba mu abinci kyauta a camp 10,000 zan yi managing mu sai kayan miya in akwai order brothers suna ba mu taimako sai mu hada mu yi managing da shi haka empower na samu karuwa cikin empower sosai kamar ni kam ban san abun da suka yi wannan empower Allah shi musu albarka Allah ya ba su abun da suke nema a duniya empower na ji daɗin empower ni maraya ne gaba da baya banda uba banda uwa na ji daɗin empower sosai.
My name is Dapil Samuel Ali. I was born into a monogamous home. My father, I lost him shortly. That was 1 year after I was born. Because I was discovered to have challenge with my sight, I was taken to the hospital following a motor accident when I was an infant. Attended a school for blind children in Naka Memorial Secondary School. I heard about the Empower program. I applied and then got successful. Empower means a lot. It has made me engage. It has made me resourceful and productive, not only to myself, not only to the office where I serve, but to the whole community. I am so privileged to be engaged, and I have been able to put my God-given talent into use to the benefit of the society and persons with visual impairment.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, sir, these are your people. They are the people of Nigeria. They are the people you sought and committed to serve. And these are their testaments of your service. Thank you very much. It is my honor and privilege to introduce His Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari, to speak to us for a few minutes. And I might add that before His Excellency speaks, that never in the history of Nigeria have we had one person rule or a team in a ticket for 3.5 years who at the time or at the end of 3.5 years have no business partners, no proxy companies, no fronts, no shades, people who have committed their entire life, their resources to serving the people, and whose reward is the testimony of that service. Your Excellency, Mr. President, thank you very much, and your people are waiting to listen to you, sir.
Please sit down. Thank you. Your Excellency, the Vice President, Mrs. Buhari, Your Excellency, the governors, the National Chairman of All Progressive Congress, members of the National Assembly, members of the Federal Executive Council, party members, senior government officials, captains of industry, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. 4 years ago, we promised Nigerians real change in what we do and how we do it. Nigerians sent a clear message in the last election, and our platform offered a new, ambitious plan for a secure, prosperous, and corruption-free country. We have worked hard to fulfill our promises, and while the road may have been difficult over the last 3.5 years, we have laid the foundation for a strong, stable, and prosperous country for the majority of our people. Foundational work is not often visible, neither is it glamorous, but it is vital to achieving the kind of country we desire. Judging by the depth of decay, deterioration, and despair that Nigeria has sunk into, we are certain that these past few years have put us in good stead to press on the next level of building an even stronger nation for our people. First things had to come first. We were a nation at war, but we delivered on our commitment to secure the territorial integrity of our nation in the face of a raging insurgency that devastated many parts of the Northeast. We liberated 17 local government areas from the grip of insurgency. Brokering and sustaining peace in the Niger Delta has also been crucial to stabilizing the polity. Despite the difficult circumstances presented by weak oil prices and reduced oil production, we delivered on our commitment to make public investments to spur economic growth, job creation, and broad-based prosperity. Agriculture continues to expand our economic base, as do our investments in deficient infrastructure across the length and breadth of this nation. We implemented a responsible and transparent fiscal plan for the challenging economic times that saw us doing more even with lesser oil revenues. Grand-scale corruption perpetrated at the highest level of government is now a thing of the past. Just as the Treasury single account has made it more difficult for ministries, departments, and agencies to exercise the unrestrained liberties that help foster a climate conducive to corruption. The nation's wealth is now being invested in capital projects to expand infrastructure and connect people, goods, and opportunities by rail, road, and air. The federal government supported state governments with bailouts that enable them to pay workers on their payroll. We took an unprecedented step towards creating a fairer and more equitable society by implementing Africa's biggest social investment program. Through the National Social Investment Program, we are providing direct support to over 13 million Nigerians who need it by giving relief and assistance to unemployed youth, our children, the weak and vulnerable, as well as small and medium businesses. But even as we lay the foundation for a stable and prosperous nation, we acknowledge there is still much to do. The next level of effort focuses on job creation across various sectors, from an enlargement of the N-Power program to investing in technology and creative sector, jobs to agriculture, and revolutionizing access to credit for entrepreneurs and artisans. There is scope for over 15 million new jobs. The march away from a mono economy must continue with our industrialization plan coming to fore. With specific plans underway to exploit the comparative advantage of the geopolitical zones and different states by developing 6 industrial parks and 109 subshell production and processing centers across each senatorial district, our incremental move away from oil dependence is assured. In addition, our development of the subshell economic zones will quickly concretize our Made in Nigeria for Export plan. To sustain food production and value addition, our mechanization policy for agriculture will make tractors and processors easily accessible and available for farmers across Nigeria. We will continue a wide-scale training policy, prioritizing technology to reach the demography of young people within the productive sector on a massive scale, even as we create jobs and growth within our economy. We believe that our people who are still in poverty have a different way out and up through our expanded National Social Investment Program. We believe we can implement the painstaking and comprehensive policy and work we have done to bring an end to the perennial conflict between farmers and herders, a conflict which is heightened by a struggle for land, water, and pasture, and the effects of climate change, and every now and then opportunistic and cynical manipulation by political actors. We are implementing a blend of measures that ensure that justice, order, modernization, and the new economic paradigms emerge. Perhaps our biggest ambition yet is the overhaul of our education sector. Every child counts, and simply whatever it takes to prepare our teachers, curriculum, and classrooms to attain the right educational goals that grow our country will be done. We will remodel 10,000 schools every year and retain our teachers to impart science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics using coding, animation, robotics, and re-imprint our curriculum. Excuse me. We know that to succeed, moral integrity and conscience must continue to form the dominant character of our nation and its leadership. Corruption is an existential threat to Nigeria. Despite the gains we have made in closing the gates, we know that there is still much ground to cover to stop systematic corruption. We are committed to deepening the work we started this first term, such that nations' assets and resources continue to be organized and utilized to do good for the common man. The next 4 years will be quite significant for our country. Nigeria is faced with a choice: to keep on building a new Nigeria or to go back to its tainted past, which favored only an opportunistic few. Our choices will surely shape us, defining clearly our economic security and our future prosperity. Nigeria, more than ever before, needs a stable and people-focused government to move the development of our country forward. Join us on this journey to the next level of a prosperous, strong, and stable Nigeria. The achievements and projections I have enumerated above are just a summary of what we have done and what we intend to do in our next term. If Nigerians graciously give us a second term mandate. A lot of more of the details are contained in the two documents that I have here with me, which I will present shortly. I am not unmindful of the fact that today is the day that presidential and National Assembly campaigns kick off. I urge all candidates and supporters of all political parties to go about the campaigns peacefully and decently. As I always say, we have no other country but Nigeria. Let us not set it ablaze because of politics or sectional interests. It is now my pleasure and privilege to present to you the two documents. The first one is a manual containing our major achievements and experiences to guide all our supporters as we begin campaigns nationwide. The second is the text level, a document that captures our aspirations and projections for the next 4 years. I trust that you will find the time to review both very carefully. Thank you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Your ex. May we please give another round of applause to His Excellency the President.
There's something for everybody at the next level. Our children, our youth, our old, our women, our men. The artisan, the entrepreneur, the producer, the trader all go higher in the next level. Next level is about jobs, millions of it, and power. Jobs in agriculture, technology, the creative sector, school feeding, and industrialization. Next level is about people, money, its growth, and funding for millions of entrepreneurs, artisans, traders, tailors, hairdressers, taxi drivers, and others. Next level connects people, goods, and opportunities by rail from Lagos to Ibadan and Kano and back. To and fro from coast to coast, Lagos to Calabar. The trains will go from Port Harcourt through the southeast and every state capital therein. Through the north central and Maiduguri, the trains in Eastern Line will stretch. Next level is power to the people in the markets. Clean, uninterrupted light powering shops, blenders and grinders, energizing the economy and also our education. Next level brings all the regulators, CAC, NAFDAC, SUN, ETC, under one roof in each senatorial district, simplifying government procedures for businesses and enabling industrial parks and production centers for businesses. Next level means every child counts and is trained and skilled for a digital and civic-oriented future under the banner of science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics, STEAM, into coding, animation, and robotics. All our teachers in primary and secondary schools retrained to train our children. 10,000 schools each year remodeled for the new level model of classrooms to impart our country's future in a knowledge economy. An inclusive future where all can access healthcare. Next level is where our women and youth are given the responsibility to shape and mold the future and govern. Next level is internet for all and techies. Today points to the future and the next level. Buhari Osinbajo offers the path to the next level for us all. We are all going higher. Next level.
My people, we are getting better.
Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari, thank you very much for inspiring us again as a nation. The President, the Vice President will shortly take photographs with senior government officials and other leaders of our country. But prior to that, I'd like to say that Your Excellency, Mr. President, sir, one of the most important things you said at the beginning of your government is that we as a country must eat what we produce and produce what we eat. Your Excellency, the rice revolution in this country exemplifies exactly what you meant. And shortly after taking the photographs, Your Excellency will be treated to a video that shows where we were, where we've come from, where we are now, and where Your Excellency is leading us. And that video is titled The Rice Revolution. But prior to that, with your kind permission, Your Excellency, may I invite you, His Excellency the Vice President, Her Excellency the wife of the President, and the chairman of the party to please come forward as we take a few photographs with the documents that His Excellency has just launched. His Excellency the President, His Excellency the Vice President, Her Excellency the wife of the President, the Secretary to the Government, and the National Chairman of APC first. His Excellency the President, His Excellency the Vice President, the SGF, yes. Her Excellency the wife of the President, ma'am, would you be kind enough to join in the photographs? Her Excellency, ma'am. Okay. Next to join.
My people, we are getting better, we are going higher. Today points to the future and the next level. We are better and moving forward. Everything will go to the next level. Everything will decline to the next level. Good jobs will come to the next level. Our road will come to the next level. People money come to the next level. Labor money come to the next level. Tailor money come to the next level. Let's our money come to the next level. Higher, 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 higher. We are moving forward.
And right after the members of the National Assembly, members of the National Assembly, please. And right after that, the executive governors from the states.
Everything will go to the next level. Everything will decline to the next level. Good jobs will come to the next level. Our road will come to the next level. People money come to the next level. Trader money come to the next level. Tailor money come to the next level. Let's our money come to the next level. Higher, higher, higher. My people, we are getting better. We are going higher. Today points to the future and the next level. We are better and moving forward. Everything will they go to the next level. Everything go decline to the next level. Good jobs will come to the next level. Our road will come to the next level. People money come to the next level. Trader money come to the next level. Tailor money come to the next level. Dresser money come to the next level. Higher, 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 higher. We are moving forward, 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 forward. We are going higher, 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 higher. Prosperity for everyone. We are going higher, 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 higher. We are moving forward, 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 forward. We are going higher, 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 higher. Prosperity for everyone. Now we the room where we define our hand today. To use the come out of the dirty where they stay. Our states, all the states. Everything go to the next level. Everything go decline to the next level. Good jobs will come to the next level. Our road will come to the next level. People money come to the next level. Trader money come to the next level. Tailor money come to the next level. Dresser money come to the next level. Higher, 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 higher. We are moving forward, 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 forward. We are going higher, 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 higher. Prosperity.
Next photograph will be of the flag bearers. All flag bearers, gubernatorial flag bearers, please quickly. Gubernatorial flag bearers, please join the photograph now.
Higher, 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 higher. We are moving to the points to the future and the next level. We are better and moving forward. Everything go to the next level. Everything go decline to the next level. Good jobs will come to the next level. Our road will come to the next level. People money come to the next level. Trader money come to the next level. Tailor money come to the next level. Dresser money come to the next level.
We will now sing the national anthem. The national anthem, please. Not yet, please. Can you stop the national anthem? Can you stop the national anthem? Well, I got another instruction to stop. I just got that instruction from... Oh God, where have you been?
For everyone, we are going higher, 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 higher. We are moving forward, 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 forward. We are going higher, 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 higher. Prosperity for everyone. We are getting better, we are going higher. To the points to the future and the next level. We are better and moving forward. Everything go to the next level. Everything go decline to the next level. Good jobs will come to the next level. Our road will come to the next level. People money come to the next level. Trader money come to the next level. Tailor money come to the next level. Dresser money come to the next level. Higher, 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 higher. We are moving forward, 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 forward. We are going higher, 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 higher. Prosperity for everyone. We are going higher, 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 higher. We are moving forward, 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 forward. We are going higher, 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 higher. Prosperity for everyone. Now we the room where we define our hand. To use the come out of the dirty where they stay. Our states, all the states. Everything will go to the next level. Everything will decline to the next level. Good jobs will come to the next level. Our road will come to the next level. People money come to the next level. Trader money come to the next level. Tailor money come to the next level. Dresser money come to the next level. Higher, 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 higher. We are moving forward, 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 forward. We are going higher, 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 higher. Prosperity for everyone. We are going higher, 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 higher. We are moving forward, 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 forward. We are going higher, 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 higher. Prosperity for everyone. We are going higher, 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 higher. We are moving forward, 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 forward. We are going higher, 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 higher. Prosperity for everyone. We are going higher, 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 higher. We are moving forward, 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 forward. We are moving higher, 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 higher. Prosperity. We are better and moving forward. Everything will go to the next level. Everything will decline to the next level. Good jobs will come to the next level. Our road will come to the next level. People money come to the next level. Trader money come to the next level. Tailor money come to the next level. Dresser money come to the next level. Higher, 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 higher. We are moving forward, 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 forward. We are going higher, 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 higher. Prosperity for everyone. We are going higher, 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 higher. We are moving forward, 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 forward. We are going higher, 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 higher. Prosperity for everyone. Now we the room where we define our hand today. To use the come out of the dirty where they stay. Our states, all the states. Everything will go to the next level. Everything will decline to the next level. Good jobs will come to the next level. Our road will come to the next level. People money come to the next level. Trader money come to the next level. Tailor money come to the next level. Dresser money come to the next level. Higher, 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 higher. We are moving forward, 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 forward. We are going higher, 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 higher. Prosperity for everyone. We are going higher, 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 higher. We are moving forward, 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 forward. We are going higher, 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 higher. Prosperity for everyone. We are going higher, 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 higher. We are moving forward, 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 forward. We are going higher, 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 higher. Prosperity for everyone. We are going higher, 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 higher. We are moving forward, 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 forward. We are going higher, 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 higher. Prosperity for everyone. We are going higher, 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 higher. We are moving forward, 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 forward. We are going higher, 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 higher. Prosperity for everyone. We are going higher, 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 higher. We are moving forward, 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 forward. We are going higher, 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 higher. Prosperity for everyone. We are getting better. We are going higher. Today points to the future and the next level. We are better and moving forward. Everything will go to to the next level. Everything will decline to the next level. Good jobs will come to the next level. Our road will come to the next level. People money come to the next level. Trader money come to the next level. Tailor money come to the next level. FSR money come to the next level. Higher, 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 higher. We are moving forward, 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 forward. We are going higher, 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 higher. Prosperity for everyone. We are going higher, 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 higher. We are moving forward, 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 forward. We are going higher, 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 higher. Prosperity for everyone. Now we do, the room where we define our hand today. To use the come out of the dirty way they stay. Our states, all the states, my people. Everything will go to the next level. Everything will decline to the next level. Good jobs will come to the next level. And the next level, we are better and moving forward. Everything will go to the next level. Everything will decline to the next level. Good jobs will come to the next level.